Hey, I'm Jack Paul.
Yo, it's your boy Travis J.
It's Darren Isaacs.
Hey, this is DJ Hannibal in the mix.
Hey, Saw Nation. This is IFBB Pro, Neil Hamilton.
This is Kadar Clark.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your boy Nate from Nate Dates.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Stack.
Family, how you doing? It's your boy Todd Marshall, your next generation leader and your musical entrepreneur.
This is Addis Hyler, founder of the Bahamian Icon Awards, and you're listening to
It's Your Time to Soar.
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 You're tuned into It's Your Time to Soar.
It's your time to soar.
It's your time.
Hello and welcome to It's Your Time to Soar. This is your first time tuning in. Know that we inspire, motivate, and impact. Welcome back, Soul Nation. On the episode today, listen, I have an awesome gentleman with me. His name is Louin Smith. He's a Bahamian Sports Analyst, and we're gonna be talking sports today. Are you ready to take flight?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
All right, so for everyone there who's tuned in on YouTube, tuned in on our podcast and on IGTV as well, let everyone know in Soul Nation who is Louin Smith.
Okay. Louin Smith it started off as, one of your sports fanboys.
Right.
And I just started where so many people, like, just because of my sports knowledge or whatever, like the way I follow it, all my associates and stuff like that, is like every time they see me, they get together, they have a little, they ask me what I think about what just happened in the league today, or they always want my opinion on sports and whatever. So the wife noticed it one day and she's like, you know what, you should try to get on radio. And from there it was like basically we had the sports station CSR Sports FM,
right?
And I went there and I presented myself to the radio owner, the station owner,
Right.
and he was excited. He had me on board. I was there for 2 years with my show. It was going 75. It was predominantly a football show. We was talking NFL, college football, etc.
Right.
And I did some co-hosting with Marcellus Hall, with the sports guy on his show. The fourth quarter with Nahaja Black. She's now at she has a show with Star Fam now. They hit back with Nahaja Black. And I made a couple of appearances, hosting Super Bowl parties, the Popeyes Bowl. We did live broadcasts on the radio station there, so
Nice.
yeah, that's pretty much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I mean, sports. I mean, you saying that persons always came to you. They always came to you, asking you different stuff.
Right.
So like, how did it start? It started by you reading a lot of Sports Illustrated, or just basically watching game by game.
Basically it was like a lot of me watching game by game, and a lot of times in my free time, like I have different apps like ESPN and Bleacher Report, so on and so
Right.
forth. And I just read a lot of articles.
Right.
And I'm a guy that I love numbers, so is the statistics and stuff. It always fascinated me. So every time I read them and basically just memorize it. So every time somebody asks me something, like they don't even go to their phones to ask me certain questions. They just let me in to find out the answer for certain questions. They'll just ask me, and more often than not, I'm able to give them an answer off the top.
Right, man. I mean, because I want to just be honest with you. I mean, from Kobe Bryant left the NBA. I haven't been the same. I haven't. I'm sorry. All these people, they're Steph fans. They have LeBron fans. I mean, after Kobe, after the Black Mamba left, the NBA hasn't been the same to me. But I mean, how do you feel about that?
Sometimes it can be like that when it's like you choose a sport and you have your favorite player in that sport. Like when I was growing up, my favorite player was Michael Jordan. And when he retired, it was different for me. it was harder to watch until I came back around and I found my new favorite player.
Right.
And at the time, it was Chauncey Billups.
Right.
And I fell in love with the Detroit Pistons from there. And so, like I said, that's basically how it goes sometimes. So I just been trying to keep up as much as I can. The Pistons haven't been relevant for a while, so it's like I kind of sit small with them and try to watch everything else. But another thing that makes me, go back more into like the NBA is the fact that like we have guys like Buddy Hield and DeAndre Ayton and the behemoths that are coming up. You following them now. You rooting for them, and you really look at the numbers and see how they're doing. And like I said, like we just continue to root for them. So every chance I get, I try to tune in to see what Buddy is doing, what Ayton is doing, and that also pushes me to watch other players so I can compare them to see, okay, this where he needs to be in his career to have the kind of career that you would like him to have.
Right.
Yeah.
So Buddy Hield, you mentioned just now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel his transition from playing college ball or university ball into the pros? How do you think his transition from one to the other was?
I feel like his transition is going like really, really well. When he first came in, it was kind of slow, and I guess the system didn't fit with him for him in New Orleans, and they traded him like within his rookie season. He went to Sacramento. I actually got a chance to see him live, and they played the Clippers, and this was his rookie season. And in this game, he, basically he spent more time coming off of the bench. And this game, when they played the Clippers, they were down the deficit was down I think 11 with less than 6 minutes in the game. And what he did is he sparked the comeback where he took a 3-pointer, cut the lead down to 8, and with the Clippers bringing the ball in, he stole the ball and he shot another 3-pointer and cut the deficit down to 5, and it was hype from there. And he sparked that team and that comeback. Everybody elevated, everybody began to play better, and it was very, very exciting to watch, especially being there live and rooting for your fellow Bahamian. But he's been very good, and then in his second year, he took a much greater jump. In his second year, he now is the franchise record holder for the Sacramento Kings. He's their franchise record holder for 3-pointers made in a season.
Right.
And I seen a lot of growth in Buddy. His handles been getting a lot better, and he's been doing a very, very good job. He's in line to make a nice payday right now, get a nice contract.
Oh man, yeah, definitely, man. I see. Just correct me if I'm wrong. I think if it wasn't last week, it was the week before last. He actually hosted a basketball camp.
Yes, he did. I think it was. Yeah, it was week before last. He hosted the basketball camp here in Nassau.
In Nassau, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No, yeah, he was here, and then I think he went to Freeport and he did the same.
Right. Good, yeah, because of course, he wanted to bring it home.
Right.
He wanted to bring it home, so he couldn't do one in Nassau and then
right.
Don't do a Freeport. Trust me, that's the problem. That would have been a big problem. Trust me.
And the thing is with Buddy, we don't know each other personally, but I also grew up in 8 Mile Rock.
Right.
He was in Pinedale, I was in Pinedale, and that's less than 2 minutes away from each other.
Right.
So, like I said, we never knew each other personally, but I always knew of him.
Right.
And he came from very, very humble beginnings. Very, very humble. Like his area, you could compare his area to, say for someone in Nassau, you could compare his area to someone like a Baytown.
Right.
Where he grew up.
Right.
And he grew up in a house. He had like 6 siblings, single mother.
Right.
And this kid, he would come on the basketball court and he would be there after everyone left, just shooting. He'd be there before anybody, he'd be there after everybody, and he'd just be practicing his jump shots. Like, he worked very hard and he was very disciplined, so I'm very happy to see where things has been going for him.
Yeah, definitely. I believe you're absolutely correct with that, because I think that any athlete that makes it to the professional level, they aren't never mistake.
No,
you didn't miss and get in the pros.
Right.
No, that doesn't miss enough. You don't miss and fall into the pros.
Right.
Trust me, that actually calls for hard work and dedication.
Right.
Day after day after day. So if you're there, you definitely deserve, and you
earned it. You definitely earned it. And the thing is about him is, like, he has a saying that says, it's hard to get it, but it's harder to maintain it.
Right.
And the fact that he's been getting better ever since he's made it to the NBA shows that the type of character he is. Like, he's very disciplined, and that tells you that he's working harder and harder just to stay in that situation that he's in and to become better every day. So I'm very excited or proud to call myself Bahamian. When you have a kid like Buddy Hill representing in the NBA.
Yeah, man, that's definitely amazing. I'm sure that everyone who took part in his camp, sure they were inspired, they were impacted as well. Because everyone, no matter what it is that you're striving to do.
Right.
If you can physically see an example, that's your belief right there.
Right.
You can believe that can happen for you.
Right.
All you have to just put in the work. Put in the work.
Yes.
Put in the work. So I'm actually so excited for all of the kids who are growing up today, and they have so many examples of persons who have made it to the professional level.
And I love the fact that you brought that up just now, and that's so powerful because where I live now, there's a church and there's a basketball court in the churchyard.
Right.
When I first moved in the area, sometimes I would go on the basketball court to work out and stuff, or I would drive past and the court would be like a desert. And ever since Buddy Hill, we started to see kids come out on the court and they would be there for hours literally. And then the year later, DeAndre Ayton going first overall, and the amount of kids now is like too much kids to even fit on the basketball court. So people sitting on the side waiting to get their turn. So it's like, just like you said, it's the fact that you have an example right here where you live. Right. I feel like that inspired so many kids now. You see, like I said, it's a lot of them trying to get on that court now.
Put it. You gonna get off. You gotta put in that work, man. You gotta put in that work. You know, it doesn't mean, like, let's say you get drafted out of college, right? And you have, let's just say, 65% free throw percentage, right?
Right.
You still have time to work on that.
Right.
You can bring it to 70, 80, 90. You know, just increase it. You don't have to like I always say, freak yourself out.
Right.
But but if you can bring it up every year, if you have to essentially go up by 5%.
Right.
That make a huge difference.
Right. And you definitely, like you said, you have to put in the work. Because like the quote said, like the saying says, hard work beats talent, and talent doesn't work hard. You see a lot of, like I say, for a sports fan like myself, you see a lot of dudes coming out of college that you excited about because you follow them from college, and then you want to be able to say, I watched that guy play in college, and then you see that guy go from college with all the talent in the world and goes to the NBA or the NFL, whichever league, and they disappoint, end up being a bust because their work ethics weren't there. They just were depending on that talent.
Right.
You definitely gotta be disciplined and put in the work.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, from stories that I've heard and things that I see, like the pros. Playing the pros is like a joke. You know, because you have a whole bunch of people who actually can shoot that same shot as you shoot.
Right.
Dribble the ball better than you can dribble.
Right.
You know, better defense, better offense, better everything. Exactly. And you have to separate. You have to separate yourself.
Yes,
and
you definitely have to.
And what I think actually happens is it's like climbing a mountain.
Right.
You climb. I reach the top of the mountain. You say, oh, man, I reach. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I get to chill out. You know, and that's what happens. I think they just get that mentality chill out. Yeah. So I don't have to go to all these practices and don't let this person be a person who come in on a college and they have an awesome contract.
Right.
And endorsements just throwing them out the roof. Shoes, soft drinks, this thing, the next thing, and they actually get so caught up in these different things that they get things like practice. You get practice.
Yeah.
You get practice, and you get do stuff in the off season. You know, I don't know if you know. Is this guy? His name is Tim Grover. You understand the word?
Yeah, I did.
You know, yeah, I actually read his book. He was the personal coach of Michael Jordan,
Right.
Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade.
Right.
Because you remember Dwayne? I don't know if this is Neil's idol, Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade, it was his knee.
His knee. When he came back to win the next championship,
Yeah.
The same Tim Grover was his trainer.
Right.
Because he's not an in front kind of guy. He's way behind the scenes. I'm talking like way behind the scenes. You know, he's the kind of person like they would be off maybe on a trip, and they would call in, right, and he would fly in, and they would sneak off, have a little meeting, and sometimes just a conversation,
right.
a 20 minute conversation.
Wow.
You know, and he showed. I mean, when you get a chance, you need to read about. It's called Relentless. Right. When you listen to Tim Grover, when you listen, I say, wow, I see why Jordan was always the way he was. I see why Kobe was always the way, because he said that Jordan, Kobe, they have never had to get in the zone.
Right.
They don't ever leave.
No. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They live in that mentality.
They don't leave.
Yeah.
They don't leave. They don't leave the zone. And I think a lot of that's one of the main reasons why I don't like with the NBA, like the stars I see, like they missing that.
Yeah, the mentality is different now.
They missing the mentality.
Yeah.
They missing the mentality. Is like I was watching a highlight reel the other day. A highlight reel when the Chicago Bulls. You can tell me when the Chicago Bulls playing the New York Knicks in the playoffs.
Right. I think that was 97.
97.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I talking about every point next team, their game was on point. I'm talking about Jordan was getting their hip kick.
Yeah.
They were
really
kick.
Yeah.
These guys wasn't missing. They was guess what? And you know, Jordan came back. He carried his game to the next level. They wasn't playing badge. They didn't start playing. The next didn't start playing badge.
No.
They wasn't playing badge.
The game just
Jordan. He carried to the next level.
Yeah.
He was stealing all their balls, blocking all their shots. It's like he was a man possessed.
Yeah.
You understand?
He went all out during that series. Like he really is like something clicked with him. It's like,
right.
you know, I have to put the team on my back.
Right.
And that's certainly what he did. And the thing is with Michael Jordan wasn't always talented.
No.
Michael Jordan is the story where he was cut from his high school basketball team.
Right.
So for the guy to go from where he was in the NBA, you would look at him and say he may be the greatest ever.
Right.
But he didn't always start it that way.
Exactly.
He always worked hard. You always find guys who are great at their sport. They have these same trainers or gurus like you mentioned. Tom Brady has this guru, and it was a story where it became a problem because the head coach, he didn't want it, the guru to travel with the team. Tom Brady had the guru traveling with the Patriots players. Like this guy wasn't leaving Tom Brady's side. And you realize like you can't underestimate. And I feel like one time ago before social media, you would never know these guys existed.
Right.
But now with social media and all the internet, you realize this one guy is connected to so many great athletes.
Right.
So that is very important.
Right, because you actually mentioned Tom Brady. Now you correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. You're the expert. You're the expert now. I believe it was the Seahawks. It was the champions playing the Seahawks when they were up. It actually looked like the Patriots were going to lose the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady came back from a huge deficit to win.
It was the Falcons.
Falcons,
yeah. They were down 25, so the deficit was like 28-3.
Right, because the Super Bowl.
Right.
Whoever gathers the momentum, that's the team that wins. I mean, that's how it goes.
Right.
But when you look into Tom Brady's eyes, you didn't see feet.
No.
You didn't see feet in his eyes. You didn't see the feet.
And that's the thing with him. You don't see the feet in his eyes until like the plug is at zero. Or the game is like totally out of reach.
Right.
And that's one thing that I always respect about Brady. Is the fact that he just wants to win.
Right.
He's super competitive, and he, like I say, will go down as one of the all-time greats, maybe the greatest because of what he's accomplished.
Right.
And there's actually a story talking about what Tom Brady made during the course of his career and how he's like the 6th highest paid quarterback. But his personal preference is you can pay him enough where he's satisfied. He doesn't have to be the highest paid. You can pay him enough where you can build around him and put a team around him. He just wants to win.
Right.
He just wants to win. Tony Robbins, I know you're familiar with Tony Robbins.
Right.
I've been to one of his events too, and he talks about his friendship with Tom Brady and the mentality that he has.
Right.
And that's really what sets him apart from a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Aaron Rodgers to me is the greatest talent.
Right.
He's a better talent than Tom Brady, but the mentality is just different.
Right.
The will to win is just
Right.
different.
No, that's serious because especially when it comes to Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
If it's all Super Bowl usually is more about more momentum basically than talent. But I actually if you were sitting down watching that game in its entirety, you could basically see that hey, these guys are just playing with momentum. Not really anything. I don't know if you watch like Fast and Furious. Like they always have the button for the north.
Yeah.
Right. They use that the last minute to like get them a little couple seconds.
Right.
It lasts maybe for 10 seconds.
Right.
Right. And that's basically how it works. Their cannon loss was running low.
Right.
And it ended up being that hey, the team with the most experience, the team with the most I wouldn't say the most. I wouldn't go say the most talent, but I would say the most experience, most Super Bowl experience, playoff experience, and ended up coming through because once I saw that momentum switch, and it was over.
Yeah.
It was over.
When I noticed that too, it's like hold on.
Because
really,
you could see it.
You could see
even before they got the lead back.
Right.
You could tell the momentum switch.
And the thing is with momentum, when they got that momentum, they never lost it.
Right, because that's a team. Okay, I can tell you a player right now, Kobe Bryant. That's why that's called the Black Mama. When he have you down, he kill you.
Yeah.
No, he won't let you think you coming back.
No.
When you have a champion down. Listen to me, Zonation. When you have someone down, you won't have to put your foot on the thing. You can't let off. You can't let off this champion. They waiting for a little window.
Right.
And that same little window that he was given.
Right.
It was over. That's all you come for.
Yeah, I love Kobe mentality, and then that's also something that the Patriots do a lot as well.
Right.
A lot of times you watch a game where the Patriots, they could be getting manhandled for like 3 quarters, and you can see that they're outmatched, and all they do is they hang around long enough, not beat themselves, not make that crucial mistake,
Right.
until you make the mistake.
Right.
The very minute you make that mistake, the momentum shifts.
Right.
And that's something I think the Patriots organization has mastered.
Yeah, I don't understand it myself because I was pulling for I was a Philadelphia fan from Michael Vick was there.
Yeah.
But Michael Vick was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed as though it was like they would be right there, right? And I don't know. I was like probably bad coaching, and it's like the game always you end up going in that direction.
Right.
So that's why I said it to say it has to be it has to have something to do with your coaching staff.
And the funny thing that you said that the coach that was there when Michael Vick was there was actually Andy Reid, and Andy Reid would forever go down as one of the greatest football coaches, one of the greatest football minds ever. But historically, he took the teams that he's coached, he's took them far enough, and it's like when it mattered the most, it's like it seems like things get away with him. It seems like the team starts to lack discipline.
Right.
Start making mistakes that veteran players shouldn't be making,
Right.
etc. Stuff like that. And
Right.
and it's that the fact that you even mentioned that is like
Right.
you see the connection with the Eagles, like when you said that the same thing during the Randy Reid era.
Right.
Now he's with the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's like they would have an awesome record, one of the top 3 records in the NFL,
Right.
and then get in the playoffs, and it just disappoints.
Wow.
It's like it's consistent with the teams he's a coach.
Man, that's like crazy, man. So that's why I say whatever playbook the Patriots use, that's awesome. That's an awesome playbook, man. I don't know why a lot of other teams don't pick up their type stuff. And I think about it, right? It isn't too much the players that they end up getting. It's just the organization.
It's
just the organization.
And to your point, which you mentioned just now, it's like with the Patriots. I think one thing you could take from the Patriots in sports and life in general,
Right.
is they're a team that they have an identity. They have established an identity first. So they don't look at players as, they don't go up there, get this big guy, get that one. No, they look at players that fit what they want to do.
Right.
And what they do, it has been successful for years, and they consistently find players who may not even have the biggest names,
Right.
but they come in the system and they work like some of the greatest ever.
Right.
So it's like they have established that identity,
Right.
and I think that's the most important thing with that organization.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see how you said it just now, right?
Yeah.
Some of it is in my mind just now. I don't know if you ever watched. It's a series on Netflix called Money Heist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, and it's like with the professor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He found the right pieces.
Right.
Like each one of them have a special ability, or it's just that he saw something in them
Right.
that can fit into this big master plan
Right.
that he's putting into place.
Right.
And I think the Patriots organization have that same ability to
Right.
find individuals who have they're able to see these guys,
Right.
and see where they fit in into the
Right.
organization, and it works.
And just, yes. And funny that you even, because now there are such like 2 completely different things, like you talk about Money Heist, and it's so powerful where they are also so similar, because you talk about the professor also, like he's the big mastermind behind this, he knows his pieces, and he's also like consistent with how he had this plan and he wanted to stick with the plan.
Right.
He had Berlin there who wanted to do different things.
Right.
And they sometimes clash, but
Right.
Professor was still consistent, and it seems like everyone that went, or every time they try to go against what the Professor plan was,
Right.
something
Something else happened.
something else happened.
Right.
And that's powerful that just one simple thing could
One simple thing.
Yeah.
Because you know he had the ability of like he able to see all the different variables
Right.
at once.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It's almost like he has this big play book.
You're right.
And he able to see 1,000 players in his mind. How many different ways there's some same situation
Right.
could possibly go. And that's the same way how we train each of them. I think in the first rugby that he did, they were training for like 5 months. I think the next one, I think it was less than 5 months for the next one.
Right.
Because it's more like a rush. It was more like a rush for Rio. Then they should have get Rio to prison.
Right.
So you know they can take too long to plan the status.
Right.
Because they don't know how long we was gonna make it.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
So, but then you know, let's move right along. We mentioned basketball. We talked about football. Let's talk about some track and field. So I've been watching Charmaine Miller for some time now, and she's a powerhouse.
Yeah, she is, and she's been that for a long time, and it's so amazing to me how, you know, and it goes back to that same work ethic. It's the same consistency, everything she's doing,
right,
to stay at the top of her game,
right,
to perform the way that she has been performing, and she like you say, she always seems to impress me.
right.
She always does.
Yeah, man, that 200, 400 meters, man, it's like low power, and you know she actually has a good stride with it doing that.
Right.
That actually helps. That actually helps a lot because the strong person has to do more strides.
Right.
And that actually means they have to burn more energy.
Right.
So that we coming down to that last let's say 40 to 50 meters when you almost burn out. She's still holding firm.
Yeah.
She's still holding firm.
And that's to show you that's a perfect that shows you
right
with like how work ethic in terms of, you can imagine the amount of training she had to do to build that endurance, to be able to
right
maintain that same stride throughout,
right,
even when it starts to get hard.
Right.
And I said it's impressive what she's able to do, and how she's able to, for even like you say, even with the disadvantages, the way she's still able to keep that power in that stride.
Man,
that shows you like she is very disciplined in her training.
Yeah, man. Her training is no joke. So I don't know who her personal trainer is or her coach, but he's doing an awesome job because I was looking at some stuff on Instagram. Man, I mean, some of these trap meets people even speaking English.
Yeah.
She just will. I mean, boom, boom.
Yeah.
200, 400, 200, 400. It's like every. It's like whoever comes in our way.
Yeah.
It's like got you.
Yeah, she handles her business. Very, like I said, you have people like them, and they make you proud to you call yourself a human. And she's been very impressive to watch. I feel like we've been blessed in the generation we are in now to
right,
seeing some of the, like, so much great things happening in sports,
right,
especially with
right,
our own.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Yeah, man. I feel the same way.
It's something you love to see.
Yeah, man. So like do we have any guys who are coming?
In terms of any in track and field or
track and field now.
We got now
100 meter, 400, long jump, triple jump, whatever. Swimming. I don't know.
Yeah, I know we have swimming also for sure. The kid, he's a Boston. Can't remember his name, but he just won his swim meet in Jamaica recently.
Oh yeah.
He's up and coming. I think he's 16.
Right.
Boston, I can't remember his first name. Yeah, he's doing a good job too. We got Louin Smith. He's getting there now. He's also been doing a good job. Keep staying consistent in his training and so on. Who else we got? It's a couple that I can't think of right off the top right now, but we do have some that are coming up. Yeah.
Think of you saying about coming back? Oh, you finished?
I don't know if let me say, like, I'd speak like with a mentality of a competitor. After losing, I think you want to come back and prove yourself once more and want to go out on top.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know if that's how he's thinking. Hussein is what 36. Yeah, I mean he's like mid-30s now.
Mid-30s.
Yeah. I don't know if he could give us one more good Hussein. Yeah. I don't know if he could give us one more, but.
Because guess what? I show up anybody coming for him is USA coming for him.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
The USA is alive right now, and they use every app, every technology
they can think
about to try.
Right, and because they consistently coming up with new recovery methods.
Yeah. Every
day where they can train more.
Yeah, well, you can. I mean, trust me. You see USA. Trust me. They don't, especially that 100 meter dash.
Yeah.
For some reason they can 100 meter dash their own.
Yeah.
100 meters is theirs. Trust me. So they've been losing now. Because how long you say about been running up for three different Olympics, right? Was it 3?
I think it was 3.
Yeah, you know every year you lose. I mean, they're talking about
you
running. I talking about it. I mean, don't quote me now, but I remember seeing a guy. He ran about 10 point something. He come last.
And,
you know,
and that's
you come last. You went 10 point something.
That's flying.
And you come last. you know what's playing.
Yeah. So that ain't no joke.
That ain't even possible.
No joke.
Trust me.
And sometimes you losing by a tenth of a second. That's crazy.
Tell me what.
10, sometimes 100 of a second.
Flying.
So it's the work they put in just to be a tenth of a second faster than the next guy.
Trust me. I mean, man, cause they air stuff like they was telling me he couldn't be the arm no more, couldn't do this, couldn't do the next thing, because they find this in the arm, this and that. But all kind of things.
All kind of things they was trying to use against him and stuff.
Right.
But
you
still
can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it, man. This man just he's just fast.
Yeah.
And he's coming too. So he got you on the strike.
Right.
He got you on the strike. When you see a tall person fast, you lose.
Right. And that's the funny thing about him. It's like with his strides, it's like if you watch him by yourself, he doesn't look that fast. But when you put him next to the guys, and
let me ask you that.
and he makes it look so easy.
He'd be like,
yeah, he's very relaxed.
Right.
His stride is on point also.
Right. Trust me.
I think he spent a lot of time perfecting that stride.
Right.
You know?
So trust me, that's a stride. Think about a good Michael Johnson had a good stride too.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I remember Michael Johnson.
He's running his tour. He's running the 400 and the 200.
For USA.
And that's all you see. And he's be going.
Yeah. I think he's now in personal training and coaching now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I remember, was it the 90s? His era was the 90s.
90s, yeah.
Yeah. Johnson, he was like first airy.
Yeah. Trust me, you trust me. That's the 400, 200. You might as well don't even come on the track.
Right. I can remember.
Because he ain't just beating you. He beating you bad.
Yeah.
He beating you bad. You know, close. You ain't got no chance.
Right. And I remember it's him in the men's, and it was Marion Jones in the female.
Yeah.
And man, them two, like, they used to always dominate
Man,
USA.
tell you, boy. Tell you,
Always.
boy. Man, and 'cause I remember too in swimming. Michael Phelps, remember Michael Phelps?
Yeah.
But it was a guy from China. Because I believe they end up no Chinese in the smart.
Yeah.
They end up getting one of the trainers because you know the people from Australia speak too.
Right.
Australians have good swimmers too.
Yeah, they do.
They have good swimmers too. So I think they'd hire a coach from Australia. For the Chinese team. Because China was scared on bad last year too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean last Olympics too. They were scared on bad.
Yeah.
But you know Phelps was and he's still okay. I ain't show you all.
Yeah,
But that other guy, he was scared of bad. Trust me. He was amazing.
It's pretty close.
It was close. Because he didn't even won. He won, I think he won the either the first or the second event. Man, the rest of them, Michael Phelps was killing.
Yeah.
He beat them. He kept him back. He said, I got one more. He said, one more good stand left for me.
Yeah.
Like, give him this all she got.
Yeah. And that's another person who also had that work ethic.
Right.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Like they say, it's consistent. Whenever you see someone is like greatest at something, you know, and you go behind the scenes of what they do, you understand. Like it isn't an accident. Yeah, this great.
Yeah. Like I was watching, because you know when the Olympics come on, they always show like little behind the scenes, and they show like some stuff they do for training and stuff like that. Well, like I see, I forget what the guy name. Who was the other guy name from USA? Who they had to win a lot of awards too? I forget what his name was. He won one race, right? And they thought he won one race, one gold medal, and they actually thought he was gonna be. Funny. This title was kind of funny. I forget what his name was. But anyway, they were showing him training, and he was out in the woods throwing like these barrels.
Wow. Barrels.
Right.
Barrels for his training.
Barrels. So you be surprised with people they actually be doing for training. You know, because plenty people think it's just about swimming and maybe lifting a little weight, something like that. But I think what happens is every section, like if you could shave off a half a second here, half a second there, because the turn when you dive off, everything, and how long you stay under. I guess it's all about like
techniques
right.
That.
So you keep on shaving, and I actually think that's what they do. They actually break it down. They break down the whole thing in segments, and they say, okay, at this point here, you need to shave off a little piece off here, a little piece here, a little piece here. Once you can do that, then you have fast time instead of just thinking about the whole race.
Yeah,
I think that's what they do.
Yeah.
Just
they train with different periods, and I noticed that too. Something it was one of those behind the scenes I seen.
Right.
I was watching, and the coach keep making the guy start over.
Right.
You getting up too quickly.
Right.
You coming over your or your drive too quickly.
Right.
You coming over your drive too late.
Too late. Right.
So it's a lot of other than just your physical gift.
Right.
There's a lot of technique that goes behind these stuff as well.
Definitely. Because I remember going back to basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when my coach in high school, I used to play basketball in junior high and senior high.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things he used to tell me is the first thing we do before we do our shoot around.
Right.
It's a little drill, right? But what he actually do is he used to tell us come. Well, he used to do this with me more than everything. Like first thing I used to do is come right in front of the rim, and I shoot a shot right from there. Then I step back 2 feet, shoot a shot from there. Then I step back a little bit further, shoot another shot, and then I would go by the 3-point, not 3-point line, by the free shot line, and I shoot a shot from there. What I actually did was that would actually get, because like after you go and you lift weights, you do these other things, your shot used to be a little kind of off.
Right.
So what we used to do once we do that, your shot automatically come comes back online.
Yeah.
And even today when I go to shoot around different courts, like that's the first thing I'll do.
Yeah, you shoot around.
I would go do that same basic drill. It'll take a couple seconds, maybe about a minute.
Right.
Once you do that, you already have your short line to that rim. Right.
So that's why it's also important. That's why you see every time before a game, they love shoot around for hours.
Right. Right.
You see they shoot around for hours, getting adjusted to the rim for their shots.
Right. Yeah. Because you need to get that feel.
Right.
All right. So
just even as in football too, like when you see them warming up and stuff, they have this phrase where they say they test in the grass. So they run on it to see how they can plant and stuff and so on.
Right.
So it's a lot they do, like to train their muscles so it be muscle memory when they go out to perform.
Right. Yeah.
You see that in
That
all
makes sense.
sports.
That makes sense. And it's amazing the kind of things that go on behind the scenes that you don't get to see that actually plays a pivotal part.
Yeah.
Pivotal part inspires you. Who or what motivates you, and who's also made or what has made what has made an impact on your life.
I'd definitely say my wife inspires me most. She always challenges me. Like I think if it wasn't for her, like I'd be pretty comfortable or set in some way. But she came into my life and she always challenged me for what she sees in me.
Right.
And it pushes me. It makes me get up in the morning excited about taking on this challenge or taking on that challenge.
Right.
And there's a lot of things like you would want to do. We don't have any kids yet, but you think about when they do come in the picture, the things that you want to be able to do for them.
Right.
The opportunities you want to, afford them.
Right.
And those are the things that play constantly with me every day.
Right.
Yeah. That's what really pushes me, motivates me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So what? So let's just say 5 years from now, where do you see us? Where do you see yourself as a sports analyst, Bahamian sports analyst?
As Bahamian sports analyst, I see myself starting with a podcast and in 5 years getting on local stations, helping your shows on local stations, being able to go to training camps and give you a lot of inside scoop.
Right.
5 years from now, I see all of that traveling and being able to attend these games, giving you first-hand analysis and so on and so forth, and hoping to see now for us to get our national sports station back where
On social media, when they be able to reach you.
you can reach me at for now it's a Giants fan page on YouTube. It's Bahamian NYG.
Right.
Stands for Bahamian New York Giant.
Yeah.
I do a lot of my takes for the New York Giants there.
Right.
YouTube, Instagram, also at Bahamian NYG. You even reach out to my personal Instagram, Louin Smith. I'm not necessarily limited to the New York Giants only because I follow the league.
Right.
Basketball, I follow that. So even on my personal page is Facebook, Louin Smith Jr.
Right.
You can reach me right there.
All right, awesome. So Nation, so all that information we'll have down below if you're watching on YouTube, and on the podcast we'll have all of that information in the show notes as well. Louin Smith, listen man, it was awesome having you on the show today. So Nation, we just took flight with Louin Smith, Bahamian Sports Analyst. And Sound Nation, as I always say, if you haven't heard these words before, know that it's your time to soar.